a run down his spine. "Let's not linger too long," he suggested. "I have a bad feeling about this place." Ignoring Jared's unease, Nate led them up the creaking staircase to the attic. "This is where all the good stuff is," he declared. Dust swirled in the air as they climbed higher, the atmosphere growing thicker with each step. Once in the attic, they found an assortment of old relics, moth-eaten clothes, broken toys, and a rusted trunk. But what caught Nate's eye was an old radio sitting on a rickety table. Its wood was splintered, and it looked as if it hadn't been touched in years. "Let's see if it works," Nate said, brushing off the dust. With some effort, he managed to plug it in. The radio crackled to life, emitting a series of garbled voices. "Is it supposed to do that?" Jared asked, stepping back. "Probably just old wiring," Liam said dismissively, though he couldn't shake the feeling of unease. As Nate turned the dial, the voices grew clearer. "Help us! They won't let us go!" A chill washed over the group. The words were frantic and desperate. "Do you hear that?" Troy asked, his voice barely above a whisper. "It's probably just a recording," Liam insisted, though he sounded less convinced now. Nate was entranced. "No, this sounds real. We have to keep listening." The others exchanged worried glances, but didn't want to seem cowardly. They huddled closer, listening intently as the radio crackled again. "You should not have come here," echoed through the attic, sending a shiver down their spines. Suddenly, the radio emitted a loud burst of static, and the voices cut off abruptly. The room fell silent, an oppressive tension filling the air. "Maybe we should leave," Jared suggested again, his voice trembling. "This is getting too weird." "Just a little longer," Nate insisted, determined to uncover the mystery. "Let's find out more about this family." As they searched through the attic, they discovered an old trunk buried under a pile of dust. Inside, they found journals and letters that told the tragic story of the Ravenswood family, a family that had lived there decades ago. The last entry detailed a sinister presence that had begun to haunt them, whispering dark promises and sowing seeds of paranoia. "Listen to this," Troy said, reading aloud. "They wrote about a darkness that took hold of their minds, urging them to silence the voices in their heads." "Sounds like a classic ghost story," Liam said, but even he felt a sense of foreboding. Suddenly, the radio flickered back to life, the voices now frantic and panicked. "Get out! It's coming for you!" The urgency in their tone was chilling. Panic surged through the group as the temperature dropped, the air becoming thick and suffocating. Shadows flickered in the corners of the attic, and the whispers of the forgotten family seemed to echo around them. "We need to leave now," Jared shouted, desperation creeping into his voice. But as they turned to escape, the